I was reading this article the other day about toxic relationships, and it was pretty eye-opening. I mean, who knew that something as seemingly harmless as a relationship could actually be so toxic? Have you ever found yourself stuck in a toxic relationship that drained your energy and left you feeling emotionally exhausted? It's a place where communication breaks down, trust is eroded, and boundaries are constantly violated. Imagine being stuck in a cycle of negativity, where every interaction leaves you drained and emotionally exhausted. This is the challenge of toxic relationships. They can be with a friend, a family member, even a colleague. No matter the form they take, toxic relationships can leave lasting effects on our mental and emotional health. Here in the UK, domestic abuse and toxic relationship conflicts are unfortunately all too common. In the UK, it's estimated that around 2.4 million adults aged 16 to 74 have experienced domestic abuse in the past year. That's like 5.5% of the whole population, which is pretty staggering. And get this, almost 2/3 of those facing abuse are women. Plus, statistics show that 1 in 4 women and 1 in 6 men will experience domestic abuse at some point in their lives. Did you know that in nearly 1/3 of households affected by partner abuse, there are kiddos under the age of 16? It's a pretty sobering statistic when you think about it. Imagine how scary and confusing it must be for those little ones to witness or hear about violence happening at home. It's an issue that needs some serious attention and support for those going through it. It's an issue that affects folks everywhere, not just here. So what makes a relationship toxic? It's when the balance of give and take shifts dramatically to one side. It's when respect and understanding give way to manipulation and constant criticism. It's when you feel trapped, unable to express your thoughts and feelings without fear of reprisal. It's when you walk on eggshells, constantly trying to avoid conflict or criticism. It's when the person who should be a source of comfort becomes a source of stress. It's tough dealing with these situations, but there are ways to cope and grow from them. These relationships can leave us feeling drained, anxious, and even depressed. They can chip away at our self-esteem and make us question our worth. But here's the thing, it's not about us, it's about them, their insecurities, their need for control, their inability to deal with their own issues. But how do we handle these relationships? How do we protect ourselves from this constant onslaught of negativity? How do we break free from this cycle of emotional and mental exhaustion? There's a philosophy that may hold the answer. It's been around for thousands of years, and it's all about finding peace amidst chaos. It's about focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we can't. It's about staying true to ourselves, no matter what. This philosophy is called Stoicism. Stoicism is a breath of fresh air, and this ancient philosophy holds the key to maintaining inner peace amidst external chaos. This is the magic of Stoicism, a philosophy dating back to the 3rd century BC, but its timeless wisdom resonates even today. Stoicism is the art of mastering your emotions, letting go of what you can't control, and focusing on what you can. It's about understanding that the world outside is unpredictable, but our reactions to it are within our power. So, when the storm of a toxic relationship brews, the Stoic sails with a steady hand, not against, but with the wind. Now let's unpack this. Let's dig deeper into this. What does it mean to focus on what you can control? In a toxic relationship, you can't control the other person's actions or their words. But you have absolute control over your actions, your words, and your thoughts. You can choose to set boundaries, to respond calmly, and to not let the negativity affect your inner peace. Acceptance is another cornerstone of Stoicism. Acceptance doesn't mean being a doormat. It involves acknowledging the situation for what it is. It's about understanding that some people are just toxic, and that's not within your control. What is within your control, however, is how you choose to deal with it. Then there's inner peace, the holy grail of Stoicism. Stoics believe that peace comes from within, not from external circumstances. No matter how chaotic or toxic your surroundings may be, you can still maintain a calm, balanced state of mind. It's about not letting someone else's drama disturb your equilibrium. So how can these Stoic principles help you navigate a toxic relationship? By focusing on what you can control, accepting what you can't, and maintaining your inner peace, you can rise above the toxicity. You can choose not to engage in the drama, to set healthy boundaries, and to prioritize your well-being. It's about setting boundaries, caring for oneself, and maintaining composure amidst the drama. This is the essence of Stoicism applied to the realm of toxic relationships. It's about being the calm in the storm, choosing peace over drama, and becoming the master of your own emotional state. Imagine applying Stoicism to a toxic relationship. It's like having a superpower. Picture this: you're caught in the stormy seas of a toxic relationship. You feel tossed about by the turbulent waves of drama and negativity, but instead of letting yourself drown in negativity, you can totally tap into that inner Stoic vibe. You remember the wisdom of the ancient philosophers who taught about maintaining calm in the face of chaos, focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. So, you take a deep breath, steady your gaze, and start to swim. You focus on your actions, your responses, your feelings. You acknowledge the toxicity, but you don't let it control you. You set boundaries, clear and firm, like a lighthouse guiding you through the storm. These boundaries protect your well-being, your peace of mind, your self-respect. And when the waves of drama crash against you, you stand strong. You don't let the chaos around you disturb the peace within you. You remember the Stoic principle of maintaining inner tranquility, no matter how turbulent the external world may be. Then, you face the toxic person. You don't lash out, you don't play their games. Instead, you respond with calmness and dignity. You express your feelings honestly, assertively. You let them know where your boundaries lie and that you won't tolerate any behavior that disrespects them. Even when things get tough, you don't lose sight of your inner strength. You remember another key Stoic principle, the power to choose your response to any situation. You choose not to be a victim of the toxicity. You choose not to let it steal your peace. You choose to be the master of your own happiness. And gradually, you find yourself swimming against the current, navigating through the storm with grace and resilience. You're not just surviving the toxic relationship, you're transcending it. You're not just maintaining your inner peace, you're deepening it. With Stoicism, you have the power to navigate through any toxic situation with grace and resilience. When it comes to Stoic principles of toxic relationships, there are a couple of key things to keep in mind. First and foremost, Stoicism emphasizes control, not over others, but over ourselves. It reminds us that we cannot control the actions or attitudes of others, but we can control our own reactions. When we're caught up in a toxic relationship, this principle is a lifeline. It encourages us to focus on our own responses, to choose patience over anger, understanding over judgment, and compassion over resentment. Remember, we talked about that Stoicism teaches us acceptance. Accepting that there are things beyond our control is a pillar of Stoicism. This doesn't mean we condone toxicity or let it go unchecked. Instead, it means recognizing our limits, accepting things as they are, and working from there. It's about understanding that we can't change people, but we can change our relationship with them. It's about accepting the reality of the situation without allowing it to consume us. Also, do not forget something very important. Stoicism is all about inner peace. The Stoics believed in maintaining a calm and composed mind, regardless of the external chaos. In toxic relationships, this can be a game changer. When we're faced with negativity, drama, or manipulation, we can choose to maintain our inner peace. We can choose not to let external circumstances disturb our tranquility. This isn't about being indifferent or emotionless. Rather, it's about not allowing others' actions to disrupt our inner calm. The beauty of Stoicism is that it doesn't promise an easy way out. It doesn't sugarcoat the challenges. Instead, it offers practical wisdom for navigating life's storms with grace and resilience. It equips us with the tools to face toxicity, not by running away, but by standing strong and choosing our responses wisely. So, in the face of toxicity, remember these Stoic principles. Control what you can, accept what you can't, and maintain your inner peace. Life is full of challenges, but with the right mindset, we can navigate them with wisdom, strength, and serenity. And that, my friends, is the power of Stoic philosophy. Toxic relationships, although challenging, can be a blessing in disguise. Sounds paradoxical, doesn't it? But hear me out. Every cloud, no matter how dark and thunderous, has a silver lining. In the case of toxic relationships, that silver lining can often be the profound personal growth they can trigger. You see, these relationships, as draining and damaging as they can be, can serve as a harsh but effective teacher. They teach us about our boundaries, where they are, when they've been crossed, and how to reinforce them. These relationships can also illuminate our self-worth. They can make us realize that we deserve respect, kindness, and positivity. And when we don't receive these things, we learn to walk away, to move towards healthier interactions. This is growth. This is empowerment. But how do we navigate these murky waters without losing ourselves in the process? That's where our Stoic friends come to the rescue. Remember, they advised us to stay calm and focus on what we can control: our reactions, our emotions, our boundaries. They nudged us to maintain our inner tranquility amidst the tumultuous waves of toxicity. So, when caught in the spiral of a toxic relationship, channel your inner Stoic, set your boundaries, cultivate self-respect, practice self-care, and above all, maintain your serenity. Remember, you cannot control the actions or attitudes of others, but you can control your response to them. And as you navigate these stormy seas, always look for the lighthouse of learning. What can this situation teach you? What can you take away from it? How can it fuel your personal growth? In the grand scheme of things, these experiences, as painful as they may be, are stepping stones on your journey towards self-discovery and personal development. They are not roadblocks, but detours guiding you towards healthier, happier relationships. Life's too short for toxicity. Embrace the Stoic philosophy, learn from these experiences, and move on to happier, healthier relationships. Remember, every cloud has a silver lining, and, in this case, it's the wisdom and strength you gain from the storm. Thanks for sticking around and watching the video this far. I hope you've picked up some useful insights and had a good time watching. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the ever-growing Radio Wisdom family. Our channel is all about sharing nuggets of wisdom that can inspire you, motivate you, and even make you chuckle from time to time. So, come along for the ride and let's explore the world of wisdom together.